Can you see my screen? Is it clear? Okay. So, welcome to If It's to Be Me. And today I'll be sharing the presentation on my passion path. So, let's start with the past on what I have done previously related to my passion and all. So, from my childhood, I really loved dressing up. So that love for dressing up converted into my passion for designing. And it all started when I was in 8th class, and now I'm studying 12th class. That's when I decided that I wanted to become a designer. And later, I learned stitching and painting, realizing that it's needed for me to become a designer. Like initially, I was very interested on clothes, so I learned those, and then later I moved on to an next level and stitched dresses for me and my sister. So that's what I did, and I learned dance, art, and music too. But none of them interested me as much as this does. But I love dancing too. So present, I am doing. I am part of Infinity. We are designers of Aarohi. I hope you guys know about it. So I do there. I mean, I'm working on that too, and also I started a YouTube channel this year. Sorry, last year I started a YouTube channel, CS Designs, in which I'll be posting. I am posting. I just uploaded 2 videos. So I'm uploading videos related to designing, what I learned, what I'm learning, and stuff like that. I'm also studying 12th class MPC group. Like I'll be completing my 12th in next 2 months. And I've also recently enrolled myself into a design thinking course in Interaction Design Foundation. I've recently enrolled to it. So in Infinity, currently we are creating a website, social media accounts, and we are designing things for that. We are preparing for that. And for the course which I've joined, it offers many courses related to UI and UX branch of design. There are 8 courses. Initially, I took one first course, which is design thinking. It's a 1 year program. So as it goes, I'll be doing various courses in that. And next, let's see what I want to do in future, or which is most likely is explore different branches of design. I want to find which branch of design is suitable for me, which is very interesting or very appropriate, not appropriate, but very interesting for me. That's what I want to find initially this year. That's my main target, I can say. And I also want to have proper plan for it, and I want to do internships, and I also want to know what are other ways in which I can explore designing. I just know that one way is to do internships, do travel, but I'm not clear on what are all the other ways, what are all the ways that are there. So I want to know what are the ways that are there in which I can do. And I want to explore what I mean, even in what ways are there for me to explore. I want to explore those ways too. And I want to do some research on any particular topic which is related to design. The one topic which me and my dad recently got was to research on handloom, the traditional way of how they make clothes. As I'm very interested on clothes, so we thought of that's one topic that I do want to do some research on any topic. No, that's not decided yet. I want to do many projects, as many projects as I can, and meet many different designers and get to know various things. I don't know what I want to know too, but I do want to know something or the other. And I want to collaborate with the people who are like me, or more or less people who are passionate about designing, just like Infinity. that we are designers. I want more people to be like that. I mean, to form a group or collaborate and know things, learn and all. And I want to attend workshops, any workshop which will be helpful for me. And I also kind of recently thought maybe I can try participating in competition, know many things, the design competitions and all. I'll know things and all. Maybe that would be useful. And what I want from community is that I want a mentor in designing field. And I also want I want to know if there are any internships that you guys can get to get me, or like give me some contacts of people who do internships or any designers and workshops, projects, if you guys know anything, or if you have any projects with you, or if you have any people who have projects for us, for me or for us. So I want that. And maybe if in next few months, if I'll be traveling or if I go somewhere, my parents need that security. So for that, if you any one of you, where I'm traveling in any place, if any one of you is there, if you can give me accommodation for my safe feeling for my parents, it would be amazing. And yes, this is my past, present, and future. Thank you. No, it's so open.
Shreya, your screen is frozen. I don't know. I can't hear you. Is it just for me?
It's same for me as well.
Yeah, frozen for me as well.
Sorry. I couldn't hear. I think I lost connection. Can you repeat?
No, we were saying we were not able to hear you after you closed the screen share.
Yeah, I lost connection. I didn't say anything. I just told it's open guys now. Yeah, that's it.
So Shreya, I just had one question with respect to what you want from community. You said in internships or workshops. Have you by yourself explored anything right now in terms of finding these opportunities?
No, I haven't. I just had the thought that I want them, but I didn't approach any which way. Because I have 2 months to complete my 12th. So I thought, dire dire, I'll get things done.
You said you have started a design thinking course and you're doing something in UI and UX design. Did I hear that? Okay. When did that program start? How long is it for?
I started it 2 weeks ago.
Hmm.
It's for 1 year. There are 8 courses, and it's like I'll have it. There is no time limit for it. I can do how much I can take how much ever time I want and complete those 8 courses. And they offer a certificate too that I have completed the course and eligible to do work related to that.
Okay. Do these does this institute also do placements?
No.
Okay. So this is Figma, that kind of UX design? Or
I don't know what you just said
okay.
about.
Okay.
Yeah, in my knowledge, there is an open forum for designers. I really need to check it out, and I'll be able to do it like in couple of days. That where there are some companies or like freelancer who keep posting their needs, and you can contribute to that open forum, and where the companies are also like come and they give placement. So I very well know, like for my son who is into coding, it worked really well for him. But yes, I've heard about this open source for designers also. So for that, I'll get back.
Yeah, sure. That sounds really good. I'd love to look at them.
And yes, when it comes to accommodation, I'm in Gujarat. So open door. I am in near the border of Maharashtra. So when Maharashtra will work, it's like 3 hours journey from here to Mumbai. So welcome anytime.
Thank you.
Yeah, from my side, I can say for accommodation, Bangalore, Mumbai, or US में SFOs में I can arrange for.
Thank you.
Yeah, I mean, accommodation is fine with us also. I mean, you just have to watch one movie a week and talk about it. There are no other house rules here. But in terms of internship and so on, what would actually help is to know very clearly. So, I couldn't grasp from your pitch deck very clearly the places of internship that works for you, so that it allows me to filter what to send and what not to, and like that. So if you can elaborate on specific set of internships that you're looking for, that would be great.
Okay.
Usually helps get very fast.
Yeah. So basically, even I don't have very particular idea on what kind of internships I want, to be honest. What I am basically looking for is that something which gives me the basic idea on how that particular field or that particular design thing works. I just that's what I'm looking for in an internship. I don't have any particular thing like I want an internship in an interior place who work for interior designing, or someone who works for UI. No, nothing like that. I just want internship like any branch of designing which gives me the idea of what work they do, how do they work, and what actually happens. That's what.
So in that case, internship for you would also be an opportunity to observe.
And hands-on work you want to do along with someone who is like into that field, and you want to work along with them.
Yeah.
Like a bit of experience and something like. So how's again same thing. It's open. Mumbai is open for you. So anytime welcome. And apart from that, what I understand from your interest is you're more into fashion designing, um, like clothing and stuff, right? And internship in that, what I understand from your conversation is you want to work with someone who is into fashion designing and maybe some observation what Prashant said, and along with that you want to gain some experience, uh, and you want to understand how do they really work deep. You want to get into it. So what I get reminded of is one in Jatre, one female had come and she was a fashion designer, and she was like also this kind of, like she has done things, but I think she's in Dubai right now. So Dubai
Yeah.
ke liye Rupal is there. Mm. Yeah, so in Jatre, that lady was there. I think we can get more connections from her in India. Like she would know more people with whom you can do basic internship. You can start working.
Yeah.
Thank you, Preeti. Yes, I know, I'm aware. Shreya, very nice presentation. I'm glad that you are aware of what you.
Rupal, you're on mute.
Hi, Shreya. Thanks. Yes, Preeti, I'm very aware. I was the one who brought the guest and I was waiting for everyone else to say. Shreya, very nice presentation, and I can see that you have a broad idea about what you want to do. At least you have pointers ready, which is very good. I initially thought it was only the fashion designing and clothes and dressing up and all of it. But then when you mentioned about UI UX and you mentioned about internship and it could be any kind of designing opens up to, and social media and all of it, then it opens up to such a broad perspective. Even designing a website or even designing magazine, those, how a magazine should look or how brochures should look or things like that. So again, because being in Dubai, I have two friends. One is obviously the friend who's actually a neighbor who's a fashion designer, but she has connections in India. So my next step would be to speak to her to ask if she can give some contacts, especially because you're looking for internship. She's from Mumbai, so she will have most of her karigaris from people working in Mumbai. The team might be in Mumbai. But I don't know. I'm not very aware. I have to ask her about that work bit a bit. And the other internship, because it's not only, I think it's not only the fashion designing that is that you are sticking to. There is another friend of mine who is also here, and she's into something called, she has a business called Creative Kettle, wherein they do like, they design brochures, magazines, advertisements. So they do not actually make the video of the advertisement, but they design how the whole thing should look. Plus, they would do things like announcements, how announcements should look, how banners should look, how, and clients that come to them could be from any area, basically, because it also could be a police, who wants to put a big sign of something. So they have that kind of clients, I know. So I could even ask her if she is into any, does she require any interns, or if she can. But she's always been in Dubai, and she has another branch which is in Chicago. So if so that's opening up the world to you. So let me also speak to her. Those are the two people that are coming into my mind based on what you have. So I'm totally out of this area of designing. I have no clue. But since I have close friends, I could speak to them and come back to you.
Yeah, sure. Thank you so much for that. lovely.
You were in the Chatri for the
Yeah, I
fashion
was.
designer. So you know her path and how her struggles were. So you were aware of how everything happens. So that's good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. Good. Thanks.
Thank you.
Yeah, I would just want to kind of understand or probably just throw a perspective here. Do you really think it's needed to rush into internship? Because I think you said you're doing some course about 1 year course on designing. So won't it be firstly whether that course permits you the time to get into internship? Will it be a full-time course? What kind of time you will have to provide to that particular curriculum, whatever you are doing? And won't the better idea of knowing about the broader understanding of what designing, various different designings are, like something to do with website, maybe games or toys or garments or interior designing, whatever. So understanding, having a broader understanding, and probably shortlist amongst that those things which really fascinate you, and then move for that internship thing. I'm just asking. It's not a suggestion that this is how we should proceed. It's a open thought. So rather than rushing into internship and getting all more confused, and willingness of people to offer that kind of internship just to give an exposure. So I'm just wondering. Just an open thought, nothing to distract you from your focus.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was feeling like at this point when you want to observe things, you can ask for volunteering. Then going for internship.
Yeah, immediately the other name that comes to my mind is Ashwati. Ashwati, I think she spent few weeks, few months observing in a film unit, if I'm not mistaken, Madhu's unit or something. So you can probably speak to her. She, I think, spent some time with observation, which is probably also is value adding for her. You might want to check with her.
I my connection was very unstable, so I couldn't.
Okay.
So
Can you hear now? Am I audible now?
Yeah.
Okay. So
Yes.
the other name that comes to my mind in the recent past, there's Ashwati. You know her, right? She's also from Aarohi. She was into film. Her interest was filmmaking. So she, I think, got a chance to sit and observe the filmmaking process with a film director. And now she's probably interning with his team. So you probably can speak to Ashwati and find out her experience of moving from observation to internship, how it was. I know that she did some work with Madhu. He stays nearby in our gated community. He's a film director, so maybe something.
Yeah.
If I was still not audible, I'll
Yeah.
record and send it to you.
Yeah, you are audible.
Unstable.
You get it.
So I have a little counter view. I like this whole idea of just interning, and whatever the internship could land up to. It could be little observation, lot of work. It could be lot of work, little observation, whatever permutation combinations, courses, everything all together, full masala. That's a very conventional thinking. Let's finish a course, let's find out our line, then let's go for internship. I'm suggesting just the opposite. I'm saying go for it. Do whatever comes your way. And I like your presentation because it shows openness to whatever is coming, I will take. Projects are coming, workshops are coming, courses are coming, internships are coming, jobs are coming. Whatever is coming, I'm open to everything. Please keep throwing to me. I like that. Go for it. Collect everything. Be the wealthiest.
And make a mixed curry out of it.
Yeah, hello Priya, Anupama here. There is a very bad connection since I'm in Bangalore. And what I wanted to offer you and also mutually take from it also is right now I'm watching a series called as Abstract, and I'm hooked to it. I have a need for a person who can watch it with me and discuss about each process of design which happens there.
Ah,
I'm hoping that maybe that will also help you to understand which specific form of designing ticks or maybe gives you that goosebumps, like, oh, this is what I want to do. Or maybe do all of it.
hmm.
So if you're interested, we can maybe 1 week we can just explore one designer and the way he designs and everything around it, starting from this 1 hour of web series and then the whole week to explore. So this is what I can offer.
Oh, that sounds very interesting. And yeah, I would love to join. We'll connect with you for sure.
Nice. I was waiting, like I kept calling Sume, then Prakash, then all my friends, sending them videos, say let's watch this together. So I'm hoping to watch some videos together and have a brainstorming discussion about uh, what we think about that particular designer and that his form of designing. Yeah.
So Nore to Anupama, she didn't call us.
Ayo, everyone is invited.
Ratnesh, if there is a series about confusion and all of that, you are fully welcome.
So to Pranam uncle, what he shared, my in thought was on that is for till now I've made one project. I did few projects, like 3 projects. I worked with 3 projects. I did some research on few things, not deep research, but just like the surface research, as I can say. I've worked with the team, and I've observed, I've listened to classes and all. So one thing I didn't do till now, which I know, kind of know, is an internship. So I'm like, yeah, this is something new. Let's try and see what happens. Internship is not a long-term commitment or something. It's a short thing. That's fine. So I thought, yeah, maybe go into it. If it works, it works. If it doesn't work, it doesn't. And then I can think of something else. And by the time in between, I mean, yeah, by that time, I also wanted to know what are the other ways in which I can explore. Internship is kind of only one thing which I know, and traveling, but I don't know how I will learn in travel and all. So that the one thing I know is internship. So that's why I thought, okay, let's do an internship and find other ways of how I can learn or observe or do things, and then uh, do those things too.
So in that regards, this is again a suggestion. You could have visits like depending on what sort of designing it is. Maybe it's a home related thing. Maybe you can uh, try and seek somebody's appointment and accompany somebody and understand that as an observation part, or just to have a understanding, on-site understanding. So could be a factory visit, could be something of that sort. If you could line up that for yourself, I don't know what kind of industries are there in your specific area. So that could be one way of just exploring different things, like garment processing or something of some manufacturing, wherein how design. So you need not be involved in say kuch pura process, but the designing aspect of it. So there you can connect with somebody. So that could be one way of exploring. If you want to be on site physically observing something instead of committing to internships kind of a thing. I feel maybe.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
And that will give you flexibility in terms of doing your whatever course, and also kind of allowing you that space and time to have multiple observations because internship and all again it requires you to invest time, getting used to a setup, getting used to environment, making your particular routine. So that will take time. So I feel you are more on exploring phase. So how can you make it more effective in terms of exploring? That's what I feel.
Okay. Yeah.
Shreya, even Sumay, there's an interesting this thing he has put up in the chat about a local boutique or something is written. It's an interesting way of exploring. Very interesting.
Yeah, I never tried that. So yeah, it's a good one.
So like I can say, recently we visited one of those edible oil refining unit. So there we saw about how the edible oil is refined and all. So I don't know what was, because I am not a very designing person, but maybe there is something in terms of the packaging part where designing is involved. I don't know, it's very crude, but somewhere we went to a garment processing unit. There again, there were different types of printing and all things that, and there was this digital printing and also there is some designing involved. So you can spend hours into particular thing. Similarly, the other areas, because I am not very clear on this designing aspect, so I cannot offer you those terms, but you can probably explore those industries or sectors or whatever the field it is. And that will allow you more bandwidth in terms of exploring more areas rather than restricting you to one particular and devoting to one particular area. This is what I feel.
Yeah, yeah.
So Shreya, I had an idea when just taking ahead Pranav's example. If you can, so I'm just putting up a challenge. If you can write a very convincing letter of request to get into the to get to see the actual designing processes. One is in automobiles, and the other is in retail industry called Trent. So basically, I'm coming from that. These are two places I can connect you with the right people whom you have to basically convince that they take you to see the process, and maybe then further be with them to observe and do as well internship. One is Tata Motors, which is an automobile company, and the second is Trent, which is a retail branch of Tata Enterprise. So the west side and all that you see. So because I have met a lot of designers there, and Tata Motors is where I have spent a lot of many years working. So I can connect you to the right people who can get you there, provided you have a convincing case to put forward.
Sure. Yeah.
Another way, Shreya, to go about doing these internship, getting projects, getting even work, freelancing work, is not bother about any connections or references. Just go, whatever you like, just go there. Like how Sumedh is saying, like that, approach any organization, any individual in this world. Just don't think about whether they will say no or whether they will say yes. Right? Just keep going, keep knocking as many doors. You will be surprised how many open just because you knock. Most people don't knock, so the doors don't open. But when you start knocking, you will be really, really surprised. So I would say, don't take anybody's reference. उसमें मजा कम है. Okay, plus you have to, अरे एहसान हो जाता है. You have to give, you have taken somebody's favor. Don't take
ये भी
anybody.
है.
Go all out, knock on all kinds of doors and see what happens. And perhaps even if you don't get a single internship, the very journey of knocking on doors, meeting people, getting rejected will possibly teach you what you will need for the rest of your life. So that's another very interesting way. At least I started my journey in education the same way. I just kept on meeting people. I had no idea who are they. They never knew me. I never knew them. I had no references. But my success rate was 100%. Not even 1% said, no, I will not meet you. And they are all
I
friends
totally
now.
agree with Ratnesh in this matter. Like, to start with, I also do not believe in going just straight away with reference and big shots or something. Just like local around you, around your vicinity, or you come to any of our places, and if we can, go around and check out some places, like some designers on my nearby place only, some designers there. We just knock there and say, would you like, I'm this, whatever we tell about ourselves, and we ask them if you would, if I can do something along with you, or I can observe or something. I don't think anybody would say no for that. And in the same way, whatever interests you, maybe a fashion designer or a interior designer or any kind of designer or like we start from scratch, from the basic stuff, and then we move ahead with our portfolio. That way, I also believe that that is a easy, like not easy, but better in terms of me myself going and doing it instead of, yeah.
Yeah.
And by the way, nowadays local means across the globe, right? Everything is local. Don't even think about that Australia is far. Yeah, you don't have to travel physically there. You can sit here and do lots of work with them.
Yeah.
But again, instead of going online, if you do physically some stuff, then it will be, I think, more interesting and more learning will be there. I agree, everything is online, but still, like your kind of work, if you do physically, it will be more interesting.
Yes.
Shreya, you need to answer Jayashree's question.
Oh, there's a question.
Yes, in the chat.
Apart from course, what?
You can read it aloud for all of us.
Apart from course, what are the other ways in which you are exploring and learning about designing right now? So one thing I'm doing is that I'm researching, learning for while doing work in Infinity. That's one thing, major learning happening there. We are doing projects, we are creating a website, we are creating a social media account and other stuff. So major learning is happening there. And another thing which I'm doing right now is I thought that starting a YouTube channel doesn't require much of a thing to do, but now I am realizing that there's a lot of things to do in that. I have to search, I have to organize things and then do stuff. So that's another thing which I'm doing. So these are 3 things which learning about designing happening right now. I also have books related to designing. I just started reading them, just few starting pages got done. Yeah, that's it.
Shreya, I have one more idea for you. And again, that is from my small experience, is one of the ways to learn is by earning. Okay, so how that works is you just take up work. And obviously, you know nothing about doing that work. Now that you have taken up work, you have to deliver it, right? You have to work for it. You have to, whatever, day and night, research, find out, talk, create, whatever, and deliver a quality work. And then you get paid for it. That's a very interesting way to learn, is by earning. I'm saying based on my personal experience, when we started working with children, I knew nothing about education, learning, children. And the first thing that we did, we announced a workshop. So we started earning, and it was a prepaid workshop. So everybody had to pay us for that. Work experience, 0, qualification, 0, how to go about working with children, 0, but I conducted a paid workshop and I got paid for it, right? And that's wonderful, because then you are on the stuff, right? You have to deliver, and you have to deliver quality. Nobody's going to pay you just like that, right? They will say, get lost if you deliver. So you are on the fire, and when you are on the fire, everything else will happen. So if you want to try this, I love it, and please give me my commission.
You're onto your commission so much.
starts.
What else have you have designed till now? Say dresses or logos or anything else? Are you maintaining a portfolio of your work? I have designed a visiting card. I have designed 2 logos and stitched a few designed and stitched few dresses for my sister and myself. Yeah, these things that I did till now. And I don't have a specific portfolio, but I have those pictures of the work that I did. I didn't make a portfolio. Do you have or planning to start a blog? I thought about starting a blog, but that was still remained as a thought.
In Infinity, you're going to start it soon, Shreya.
You are starting it on 27 January 2022. Yeah. Let's put the date there. It doesn't work like that. It has to be a date. Tomorrow, 27 January 2022. Please take that. Put that down.
Okay. I'm announcing that I'll be starting a blog tomorrow. Yes, afternoon 1:30 p.m. is a very good time to start that too. And the opening ceremony will be also made.
Shreya, do you have any broad level topics in mind on which you want to do research, or that's open as well?
Now he's just like white pepper. True.
Then sorry, yeah, Prashant, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
No, so then I was saying that I have some research work to be done for the thing that I'm working on. Can you please, or would you be interested to really do it for me? I'm not finding the time.
No, the projects are coming from the Aarohi community itself now.
Yes. Sure.
Cool.
Yes.
There's one more the thing that Jayshree is talking about, blog or writing or documenting, and also how you reading other places and finding out, doing research, like Anuj said, is converting that immediately into something that others can learn from you. So whatever you learn today, teach others straight away. Right? Don't wait for tomorrow. Today. So if I learn 2 + 2 = 4, I make a video how to add 2 + 2 = 4. And I put it on YouTube. I just go live and I just record it and I dump it there. Right? So the idea is that we start teaching what we are learning, because when we teach what we learn, I don't know what it does to you. You'll have to figure that out. Right? So that's a very interesting way to...
Ultimate learning.
Yeah, and as a corollary to that, if you are okay with that, is what I call as open source. The software guys will know this much better. Prashant is there. Is you start creating your own thingies. People, I don't know what the software world calls it, codes or I don't know what you guys call it. So you start creating your thingies and throw it to the world. Use it if you want.
I was about to say that. Just pick up some, since you're into logo design and something. So just pick up some brand, reimagine their logo and tweet it.
Absolutely.
Just pick up some brand, take BMW, reimagine their brand logo and tweet it. Tag them.
Pick up a surf detergent ka dabba, redesign their dabba and tweet it to them.
Redesign their
better
box.
Disposal of Surf Excel.
Aarohi logo, pick it up, create a new logo.
But Aarohi pay kuch nahi karega. Okay, pick up a jewelry design, throw it at Tanishq and say, use this design for free. You don't even have to credit me. You just use it for free.
Yeah, because that's, I mean, as Ratnesh was talking about open source, that's pretty much what happened. People just look up commercial products And they said, okay, we will also pull off something similar. And then eventually it ended up becoming something better. And now the commercial guys are copying the free software guys. Things happen.
Okay. Yeah.
So
Even
pick up any brand, pick up Tata brand, reimagine it, Infosys brand, reimagine it.
even recently, I made a poster. Yesterday, I created a own poster. So for that, I thought maybe I can sell it to Canva guy. So I was also thinking on that. Me and my sister was thinking to sell posters to Canva guys. And also, I also have a book where I note down all the design stuff which I made. I forgot to tell this before, so adding it now. A scratch book. Yeah, Ratnesh suggested that, so I have that too with me.
Anjali has a point. Yeah.
Adding to Ratnesh's point, connecting to IGEA concept, have you given a thought what the society needs today, or what will be the needs, say, after 5 years? Maybe it will be distracting. Still, would you prefer to ask this? Don't know much about this meeting, as this is my first time in this meeting. Okay. So yeah, sometimes I do ask what the society, like what will it be like after 5 years or something like that. But not very particular. I was never very particular on that. Maybe yeah, I can try that too. That's a nice one.
So I had a thought. Long back, once Prashant had shared, Prashant, I couldn't collect the website name where anyone can teach anything, even the simplest stuff, and anyone can learn anything. Maybe you can add on that. So that's a place where I can think like you can present even the simplest thing. You can give it to people. I mean, you can offer it to people and they can pick it to learn, or you can even learn some design stuff from there. I can, or if Prashant has on top of his mind, maybe.
Yeah, please do share if you have.
Or I can search in Discord.
I'm unable to make the connect right now. Yeah.
Okay, maybe I can.
Was it Fiverr or something? Fever or Fiverr, I don't know how you pronounce it. Freelancing. FIVERR, I guess. Or something.
Yes, right. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a freelance service marketplace for beginners. Yeah, that's what they call it. FIVERR.
Yeah.
VERR. So that's a platform where you can even offer something you can teach people, or you can take offerings from others.
Okay, we'll definitely have a look at it.
I think this is pretty cool. We can kind of, it's 9:54. When I heard your presentation, Shreya, I just had two thoughts that let me quickly take her autograph. Soon she may not be accessible the way she's going. So I'm personally inspired by your energy and the way you have jumped in. And the only advice is sleep less, do more. Okay.
My father will beat me if I do that.
Sorry, who will beat you?
My father.
That's good. Take his beating. The beating is good for you.
Yeah, go
So
ahead.
yeah, you already have everything that you need to go. The community is there with you. Okay. Um, just go shooting all around. That's my thought, right? I'm already inspired and by you.
Oh,
Thank you. Yeah, Pranav, sure. We'll do what's the website.
acha.
Okay, so we can kind of pause here with a reminder that next Wednesday is Sumit coming on with his presentation. And I'm really enjoying these Wednesday 9 o'clock. For me, it's like the highlight of the week, personally, because these guys are giving so much energy, at least to me. Not that I'm doing more than what I normally do, but I'm at least getting inspired. So cool. Yep. So now people know, so they will keep sending you. Yeah. And you keep asking.
Yes, sure. Okay, then thank you everyone for joining and giving me